I'm not a piece of fucking meat, man. I'm not a piece of fucking meat.
Fucking pigs, I'm not a fucking piece of meat. What's up guys, Eric Music here with another video for you today. I usually try to stay away from the political sphere and all things in general that have to do with that whole realm. I have a separate channel for it and I put all the crap on there. If you haven't heard of this woman before, I call her a woman, but I mean I'm older than she is. Like literally, I'm older than she is. Alexandria Ocasio Cortez. Alright? I will refrain from calling her names, such as a retard dumb, okay? Because I don't believe that she's that type of person, right? I think she's a fucking idiot, yes. I'm just not gonna do it, alright? That being said, she has said a lot of really dumb-ass things over the past few months. She's now a congresswoman. If you haven't heard of some of the stupid stuff that this woman has said on national broadcasts and to your favorite celebrity political pusher, take a listen.
Raising the minimum wage to a living wage will expand our economy. It will create wealth in our economy, and it will increase economic activity in this country.
And she actually believes that by raising the minimum wage to $18 or $20 an hour, that somehow the price of milk is still going to be $6. The price of milk wasn't always $6, people. You might be too fucking young. You might be too young to remember, little girl. But milk wasn't always $6, okay? It used to be $2. It used to be $1.50 for a half a gallon. So don't tell me that raising the minimum wage is going to be economically prosperous and that everybody is going to have a grand old time at the Opry, because I ain't buying, bitch. I ain't buying.
One of the biggest problems that we have is 200 million Americans make less than $20,000 a year. That's 40% of this country.
What? 200 million people make less than $20,000 a year. First of all, that sounds like a bunch of horse shit to me. Personally, it just sounds like a bunch of horse shit. Second of all, 200 million people is not 40% of the country. That's like, what? 60% or some crap? I mean, that's not 40%. It's not like, okay, 43%, 40%. No, this is like 60%. Let me do the math. Yeah, it's like 60 fucking percent, man. You know, if you're gonna state facts and you're gonna say things like you know them to be true, absolutely. At least be, you know, somewhere in the realm of reality, not just making up numbers and hoping people aren't gonna, you know, be smart enough to figure it out for themselves. Just because you believe something, little girl, does not mean that it's true. For example, oh, does E. Scary think he can delete his misogyny with an apology? How is this misogynist? Is this a misogynist post? Does anyone read this? Hill staffer sent me a pic of Ocasio Cortez they took just now. I'll tell you something. That jacket and coat don't look like a girl who struggles. You misogynist pig. I can't believe you would say something about the way this woman is dressed, even if it's a compliment. I mean, to me, that's a compliment. If somebody walking down the street say, you don't look like somebody who's got money problems, I'd be like, well, thank you. Not, well, you're a fucking pig. You're a feminist pig. I'm not a piece of meat.
I'm not a piece of fucking meat, man. I'm not a piece of fucking meat.
Fucking pigs. I'm not a fucking piece of meat. And if that's not enough, the fact that she even got voted into the Congress is like a feat in itself. Totally legitimate questions like, how are you going to pay for $40 trillion worth of whatever, right? How are you going to pay for $40 trillion of healthcare and schools and whatever, right? Not that they're bad things, but how the fuck are you going to pay for it, man? Where's that money going to come from? These are her answers.
Number 10.
Countdown.
Medicare for all. Is it too expensive?
No. People often say, like, how are you going to pay for it? And I find the question so puzzling because
you have no idea. Because you got no fucking idea. I'm fucking puzzled.
How do you pay for something that's more affordable? How do you pay for cheaper rent? How do you pay for, you just pay for it. We're paying more now. So it's not that that we're saying this whole system is free. It's saying it is free of cost at the point of service. So that means that you're not delaying going to the dentist. You're not, because you don't have.
Yeah, we understand that. We understand that. We're talking about how are we going to pay for that program. That's what people mean, man. They don't mean, how am I going to be able to afford to go to the doctor if it don't cost nothing? That's not what they're talking about. I think you missed the point.
And in the same way that we made a decision as a country to say we need to educate people to a 12th grade level, our economy has evolved, and that means we need to make the decision to educate people to a trade school or collegiate level.
So we can.
Because that won't have any effect at all on how good our colleges are. Yeah, we should just, keep indoctrinating people until they're 26. Because doing it until they're 18 obviously is not long enough. If it's a public school, there's a good chance it'll be till they're like 36 or 37. Whatever, who cares? Somebody's got to pay for it. Who's going to pay for it?
I don't know. You just pay for it.
Medicare for all. Is it too expensive?
People often say, how are you going to pay for it? I find the question so puzzling because how do you pay for it? You just pay for it. We're paying more now.
You just pay for it. How do you just pay for it. Somebody will take care of it.
Hey, it's your day. Hey, it's your birthday. So let us celebrate. Hey,
that's, that's what she's saying right here. And that plane just isn't everything. She also doesn't understand what the three branches of government are. A congresswoman. Remember, this is a congresswoman. You probably don't know if you're under 30 years old, or if you're not in school or didn't go to college or whatever. You probably don't know the three branches of government. Whatever. That's not something that, yeah, you should know that. But do most people? No. Most people don't even know who was president before Bush. People are dumb. They don't pay attention. But the three branches of government, if you are in the government, you should definitely know that. The presidency or executive branch, Congress, or the House and Senate, and the judiciary. Judges and shit, man.
Is that should we, and if we work our butts off to make sure that we take back all three chambers of Congress, all three chambers of government, the presidency, the Senate, and the House in 20.
All three chambers of the House, or all three chambers of the presidency. Let's take back the presidency, the one that I'm in, whatever it's called. And the other one. Fucking Google it. What the fuck? This woman's a goddamn congresswoman. She's a congresswoman for New York. The only reason this chick won, because look, she's doing Twitter posts and Instagram videos, and she's probably on Vine. She's got a YouTube channel. It's got like 6,000 followers or something and 13 videos, something like that. What's next? Fucking Jake Paul for president? If she's got, 1 million followers on Instagram or 1 million followers on Twitter, then what does that mean Logan Paul is? Does that mean Logan Paul's the next God King Emperor of Earth? It's not a popularity contest, all right? It's not a fucking popularity contest. It's whether or not the person is suitable to be in office. And is this person suitable to be in office? I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? This lady doesn't want Amazon coming to Long Island City because she thinks that it's going to destroy the economy in Long Island City. Are you retarded? Yes, Amazon, please come to my town. You know what I mean? Please come to my town. Give everybody $100,000+ a year paying jobs and pods to go sit in. You know what I mean? Who wouldn't want Amazon to come to their town? Are you fucking kidding me? Now, a lot of you probably don't fucking care. You probably don't even care. I'm saying this stuff to you, and you probably don't even give a shit. Fine. Whatever.
Joining me now is New York's own Alexandria Ocasio Cortez, Democratic Congresswoman-elect. Great to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So, but one of the things that has been fascinating is you've been doing these Instagram montages of basically sort of behind the curtain. This is what it's like when you come just elected. This is what orientation is about. I want to show people a little bit and then get your sort of thinking on what you're trying to do there. Take a listen.
All right, here we go. Congressional life getting off to a glamorous start.
Man. I get to do laundry. I get to go out and play with my friends. I don't have a curfew.
I have to do my own laundry. I'm so excited. I get to do my own laundry, and I get to cook my own food, and I get to stay up all night eating chocolates, watching Gilmore Girls. Yay!
Like, what the fuck is this shit, man?
See ya. What happens when you actually check into orientation? You get a swag bag.
A swag bag!
Look at that. Isn't that so cute? So I jokingly call it a swag bag, but what we actually need as elected officials is very high security data devices. So that's what's inside this bag, a new tablet and a new phone.
New tablet, new phone. Woohoo! This part of town. I got a new tablet and a new phone. Woohoo!
Guys, there are secret underground tunnels between all of these government buildings.
They're not secret anymore. If that was classified information, I'm pretty sure somebody should have taken your ass out of office, because Jesus Christ, man.
Or we'll watch what's going on TV, and all we're reading about is bills, and all we're reading about is legislation or the political dynamics.
Like the things that people want to hear about from government, like what are you doing? I mean, because God knows that, you know, what bill's going to be presented, what legislation is going to get passed, what exactly our elected officials are doing is nowhere near as important. Nowhere near as important as what color the straps are on your brand new handbag.
I think, I think...
If you can work a dorm washing machine,
yeah,
which is what that looked like.
I didn't...
Any old idiot can do this job. Any old idiot can do this job. It doesn't matter. Qualifications, you don't need that. You know, some kind of plan to actually put into some of the stuff that you have, some sort of plan to be able to put your agenda into effect, you don't need that. You just need to have a Twitter account, you know, you just need a YouTube channel. Those are the only things that you need. I could be fucking president next term. I do laundry. I know how to make a pizza from scratch. I could be president.
If we are not on the same page about changing the systems and the values and how we're going to adapt as a party for the future, then what is the point of just changing our party leadership?
Exactly. If you're not going to change exactly the way that I think you should change with me, if we're not going to flip the government and do 180 degrees to exactly how I think they should be, which is socialist, then what's the point? I might as well just delete my Twitter account. The coup de grace of her infinitely retarded banter, NPC gibberish that she spouts. She's now calling the Democrats a bunch of misogynist racists.
We have about 16 signatories. 14 of them are male. There are very few people of color in the caucus. There's very few ideological diversity.
Yeah.
It's not like there are progressives that are signing on. It's not like...
So basically, Alexandria, because this was signed and written or whatever by a bunch of white men, it's evil. And so you can't take it seriously because it was signed by a bunch of white men. Her party, she just called her party a bunch of misogynist racists because there just aren't enough people of color and aren't enough women and whatever else. I'm just stating, these are like the things that she is saying. I'm not making this stuff up. I'm just sort of reiterating it. I mean, I wonder if they had someone that identified as a farm animal, if that would make her happy. It sure as shit would make me happy. So they're all racist and misogynists, you know. Doesn't matter how it gets paid for, just that it gets paid. Doesn't matter who pays for it, doesn't matter where the money comes from, it just gets paid. It's just magically going to appear, you know, out of our assholes. Everyone's just going to pay for it, and everybody's going to be okay with it. And, you know, fairy tale land. Ha 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 ha. Congress is a party, right? And the three branches of government, right? The police, the DMV, and the IRS. It's a no-brainer, you know? 2020, Alexandria Ocasio Cortez for president, 2020. She's gonna change the three faces of government. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate the support. If you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I appreciate it all day long. Check out my other channel, link in the description. I'll try not to post any more political stuff on this channel. Now, that said, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate your time. Have a great day. See you next time. Peace out.